This is an example of a listening matching question in an IELTS test. You will have 5 seconds to read the instructions and the question. Now, listen to the following record and answer the question in 15 seconds. There are plenty of opportunities for temporary work in hotels available at the moment. It's quite hard work, but you don't need any special skills. You can actually earn a lot more than you might imagine, and it's often possible to choose the hours that are most convenient. You might also be interested in doing something in telesales. It doesn't matter if you haven't got any previous experience of this. It's work which local undergraduates often choose to do. The hours tend to fit in well with lectures and other university commitments. Now, let's see the answers for the given question. Think and consider carefully before choosing an answer. This is the practice section for IELTS listening matching. You will have 15 seconds to read the instructions and question before the listening. Now, listen to the audio and answer the following questions.
Hello and welcome to Grangefoot Hotel. I hope you're going to enjoy taking part in our work experience program this summer. I'm here to give you information and tell you about the key members of staff who you are likely to be dealing with. Naturally, you will each have a line manager depending on the part of the hotel you're working in and the nature of the work you'll be doing. But it's also important to know who's who and who's responsible for what areas. Now, one person you've already had dealings with is Damien Rose. He's in charge of recruitment and staff issues. Whether you're working in the kitchen or front of house, he's the person to go to if you have any queries about your salary or terms and conditions of service. Damien's office is behind reception on the ground floor, and he shares it with Clara Ford. Now, Clara's the person to go to for other financial issues, like anything to do with payments from guests or to suppliers. Clara doesn't deal with the details of guest bookings in terms of room allocation and special requests, but she does deal with quotes for events and for invoicing. If you're in the kitchen or the dining room, you'll need to liaise closely with Petra Snell. Now, Petra doesn't do the cooking, nor is she the head waiter. but rather she coordinates all of the activities concerned with providing food and drink to our guests, and she'll be taking direct responsibility for those of you on work placements in those areas. Similarly, Oliver Ansell has responsibility for large bookings, such as when the hotel is the venue for weddings and conferences. He makes sure that we all pull together to make those run smoothly. I'm sure you'll all be involved with some of those events in the next few months. And finally, that brings us to Luca Petronelli. He's in charge of front of house. So if you're working there, welcoming guests when they arrive, giving information about meal times, the payment of extras, etc., you'll certainly be working with him. So that just leaves...
Now, you will have 20 seconds to fill in the blanks. Time's up. Let's find out the answers to the questions. How many questions can you give the correct answer?